Like many of you, we battled depression during life's ups and downs.
Music has always been the one thing that we could rely on to get us through the tough times that we all face.
Follow us on our journey as we discuss the healing power of music,
Interview bands,
break down genres,
review band biographies,
and more.
This is the When Words Fail
Music Speaks podcast
with Blake Mosley
and James Cox. Hey everybody, welcome back to When Words Fail Music Speaks podcast, the YouTube channel. And actually I have my leftover eggs from this morning, but that's okay. I'm going to do my dishes in a minute after I did this awesome song from y'all. I'm not sure about okay, so every once in a while I'll have requests from our watchers or listeners of the YouTube channel. And I want you to listen to our audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and a whole lot more. So check it out on anywhere you get podcasts from. But 94, the Janik says, nice, happy face. Please react to Xandria, Nightfall, the song Nightfall. I don't know much about a lot of bands. Well, I do know a lot of bands. I'm a music enthusiast, which means, obviously I like music, but I don't know a lot about bands I never heard of, of course, right? Because when you hear bands, you're like, oh, that's from this guy, that guy worked with this guy. I've never heard of Xandria before, but I do know the record company that they're on. They're on Nightfall Records. They make some amazing music. I can't think of any artist right off the bat, but that's okay. So I'm gonna react to this song for y'all from Xandria called Nightfall. Okay, and here we go in 3, 2, 1, play. So okay. So Xandria, that's Xandria with their song Nightfall, and I love it. I absolutely love the song. It reminds me of I think it's Nightwish with the Floor Jason's is the lead singer in it. Yeah, symphonic metal. I need to get more start to get more into symphonic metal. I mean, it's just like because that always reminds me of going back to the medieval days, and I mean that reminds me of a. I mean, that could be like a song made for like Game of Thrones or something. I mean, it's that good. Um, and the singer, I don't know her name, but she has an amazing voice. I do like women's voices a lot better than men's voices on like symphonic metal. I mean, just like in metal in general, because I think that they can reach a point of their voice where they can go so high and it sounds flawless, except for when you um I don't know. I just can't explain how I love women's voices better in metal. It's more pleasant to my ears. I put it that way. Um, some guys, it's like it's like they're reaching for something that's not uh, a good register for their voice, and and I'm sure you've heard of it. You've heard that their voice is kind of strained. Um, women have more like a control over their voices. I think better. Sue me. I don't have anything for you, so you can't get anything out of me. So like it if you like it, don't if you don't. But I love this. I love this band, and the band is fantastic. Drummer didn't look like he was struggling at all. Neither did the guitarist. Guitarist was having I I I feel like the guitarist was having the most fun because he was like leaning back with his guitar and just wilding out. I mean, it's great. It's great. I love it. I love this song. I love Xandria. So thank you, 94, Janik, for telling me about his band. I will go to Apple Music because that's what I use. I don't use Spotify. No, Spotify. Yes to Apple Music. If you have an iPhone, great. If you don't use Apple, Spotify will do, I guess, right? Because what else is there besides Tidal? So yeah, so everybody check out Xandria. It's called Nightfall, and it's off their album Sacrificium out now. In the meantime, after you listen to that, go listen to our podcast, our audio podcast, available on anywhere you get podcasts from, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on Spotify, but I don't really. I mean, I understand why we're on Spotify because we get some listeners there. So if you're on Spotify, find us on whenwordsfail.com. When words fail, music speaks podcast. So, all right, y'all. Thanks. Bye.